Well, good morning, and welcome to A Hope and Company Virtual Marketplace where we shop small businesses and entrepreneurs. I said that real fast. Let me say that again. Welcome, and thank you for joining us this morning at A Hope and Company Virtual Marketplace where we shop entrepreneurs and small businesses. I'm your host, Angela Hope, founder of A Hope and Company. We're excited to be here in this new welcoming season, welcoming everyone back after a long summer hiatus. And we're just bringing you some awesome guests as we have started back up, and we're excited about all that God is doing in our life. Where is my co-host Paula? Let's come on in. Let's get this party started today. Where are you, my sister?
Good morning, Auntie. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing good, and you look absolutely
Oh,
beautiful and
thank,
refreshing this morning.
thank you. Now I'm enjoying this fall weather
Are
coming
you?
on in the cool mornings. I love
Yeah,
it.
you know what? It is so interesting. I'm looking at my papers, girl, and I done picked up the wrong stuff this
Uh-oh.
morning. Here I go with these papers, child. But you know what? You're so right, Paula. And it's really strange for me this time because normally when it's I love summer. Summer's my favorite. You know,
Yeah,
June and July babies, right?
yeah, right.
And when fall starts to set in, I'm like, oh Lord, gloom and doom. And because I know it's the segue to winter,
To
but
winter.
I have to say, I'm with you. Like, I'm excited
Yeah,
about this cool weather. I'm embracing fall differently
yes,
because I think that when I'm thinking that, oh God, the summer's over, I miss what fall has to offer.
right. Yeah. Don't
And
dwell on the summer being gone. Enjoy the fall. Embrace the fall.
I am with you. I'm right with you. And you look wonderful and you look
Oh,
fabulous. And I
thank
always ask you,
you.
how was your week? How are you
It was
doing?
I had a good week. It was kind of busy, but as always, work. But now I took some time to rest yesterday on my day off. So I had a good week. Yeah.
Good,
How about
good.
you?
I had a really good week. I really did. I don't know. I go through these periods where there's clarity.
Uh-huh.
And this was a good week of clarity. It was a
Oh,
good week
good.
of crystal clear. When it's cloudy, I'm down. I can't, when I'm partly cloudy, I'm down. I can't think. And, we have those
Moments.
foggy times and moments. Sometimes it's a fog for a minute, like, okay, did I put the iron in the refrigerator? And then there,
Did I put the milk in the cabinet?
did I put the milk in the cabinet? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's for like a whole week where you're just foggy, like I'm just down. I can't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we want to say welcome for those who are joining. I don't see anyone yet. I'm sure
Yeah.
it's always a delay, and I'm sure Nadia is working on putting some folks up there. I'm going to check out my Facebook, but we've got some phenomenal guests, and
Good
I for some
morning, Langford.
huh? So
Ron is checking in.
okay, oh, yeah, I do see that. Welcome, Ron. Thank you so much for joining this morning. I know Auntie Sharon, she is now walking in the morning.
Oh,
So,
good.
so she has to catch it when she's just getting back from her walk.
Oh,
Well,
good.
listen, we've got some phenomenal guests here today, and I'm excited about it. And whether one person shows up or 10 people show up or 100 people show up, I just thank God for this platform. I thank God for what we continue to do
Yes,
in this season. And thank you, co host, for always just being so supportive and showing up and just
absolutely.
being your beautiful, lovely self. Now, understand, I know people are probably waiting for teeth tips this morning. And I understand that there's no teeth tips this morning, but I know that you posted your beautiful teeth. And so, did you have
Yes.
a cleaning?
So I did have my cleaning this week, and being in the industry, you work, and you kind of put yourself on the back burner. But I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna let this slip. I need to get in there and get my teeth cleaned because
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling like it's overdue. So I
Uh-huh.
had an opportunity to go ahead and get on the schedule, and I tell you, I love getting my teeth cleaned. I'm just really geeky like that. I love going in and having my teeth kind of sort of scraped, if you will. The real word is scaled, but
Yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
stain and plaque and tartar removed, and then the polishing, and then I was able to even get a little bit of whitening done. So I'm feeling extra fabulous today for my
Oh
teeth.
my goodness, I loved it. They were
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh,
I
thank you.
commented they were beautiful, and I love that too. And it's like when I go to a hygienist that's like kind of like it's like shampoo. It's like
Right. Like get in there,
wash,
please.
shampoo, get in there and shampoo my
Get
hair,
it
right?
clean. Right.
Yeah, and
Right.
so it's the
Mhm,
same thing when you just plucking around and it's like, well,
mhm.
how is everything? It's like, oh, you look good, you're doing a great job with, but it's like, okay, I only
Get
come
in
every
there.
6 months, so get in there, as Tabitha Brown said, get into it, right?
Right. Right.
And so
Yeah.
I know that feeling because when you
Mhm.
walk away, you want to almost feel like somebody was in your mouth, and
Yeah.
you feel like there's a cleansing. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for just you may not have had tea tips today, but you did encourage people
Yeah, go ahead and get that
to
checkup scheduled. It's the end of the year. College kids will be coming home on their break
hey
soon.
Stephanie,
Parents
thank
will
you
be
for
trying to
joining me,
get them
darling.
in on the schedule. So go ahead and use up that insurance that you pay a premium for.
Yeah,
Get on that
exactly.
schedule. Hmm.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you so much. I see we got our cups today.
Yes, I love my cup. Hmm.
I love my cup too. Well, listen, I want to say again, thank you for those who are joining us this morning. Be sure to like and share with us today.
Yes,
Like
please.
and share. We want to keep A Hope and Company going and alive. We got great things coming up for the fall season, and
Yes,
we just always appreciate your love and support and for tuning in with us on Saturday mornings. I will say that there's so many things going on at this time of year with markets and festivals and things
yes.
like that. So
Hmm.
it has been kind of challenging getting some of the amazing vendors, and I'm happy for them because they're out in the streets. Everybody's back out and being a
Yes.
part of festivals, and but they're like, we're coming, we're
Right.
coming. We talked to some phenomenal people. Good morning, Marcus.
Oh my
Grand
goodness.
Rising from Maryland. Tell my grandbaby hello, who is cheering today at the
Oh.
Laurel High School. She's on the
Oh,
JV.
Chloe. Oh, nice.
Yeah, Chloe's on the JV cheerleading team. She's the
Team.
captain, actually.
Oh, good for her. I could
Of
see that.
course, of,
I could see
of
that.
course she
That
is.
doesn't even surprise me. I could see that.
And so Marcus is there. So Marcus, thank you so much. Well, listen, we've chatted up enough, and again, for those that I can't see, again, thank you and welcome to A Hope and Company Virtual Marketplace, where we really do shop small businesses and entrepreneurs. I'm going to be getting out in the streets a little bit today. I think it's Urban Readers. I think it's on McCullough Drive, and here locally in Charlotte, here in the university area. They're having a mic night, yeah, open mic at 3 o'clock. It's a bookstore,
Hmm.
an urban bookstore. And so I'm going to go over there for some poetry. There's another event that's taking place here in the Charlotte. So this beautiful weather, like you say, Paula, I'm going to get out a little bit. I'm going to be masked up and I'm going to get
Hmm.
out and enjoy. Very, very nice, Morgan
Awesome.
Robinson. Thank you so much. So anyway, looks like we're going to go ahead and move forward. We have a lovely guest today. Paula, do you have the itinerary?
I do.
Thank you. I picked up the wrong.
So
Can you go ahead and introduce our next guest, and maybe I'll be able to slip away to get my, because I wanted to definitely read her bio. Could you introduce our guest for today?
absolutely. We have the lovely Angela Mitchell with us today. Her
Mm,
business is Back to Her. I love
mhm,
that name. And
mhm.
she is the founder and CEO of Back to Her. She is also a certified master life and personal development coach, a mental health advocate, and a co author in the intentional best selling collaborative masterpiece, The Image in the Mirror. Angela assists women Women entrepreneurs who acknowledge their struggles, change the narrative of the stories they tell, and
Mm.
rewrite them so they can become deliberate, not desperate, creators
Mm.
of their own life's story. She guides them through a process of self discovery that leads them to reignite their passions and to rediscover their God given purpose so that they can achieve success they desire in their personal and professional lives. I'm liking this back to her.
Woo! Oh my God. Angela, where are you? Come on in, my sister. Oh my God.
Good
Morning.
morning.
Listen,
Wow.
good morning. Don't you get so tickled when you hear?
Right, I'm listening to it like, hey,
That
okay, did I do all
was
that?
you, honey.
Oh my gosh. How are you, dear?
Oh, I am awesome, awesome. I'm so excited to be here. So
Well,
excited.
yeah. Well,
I'm a
listen.
fan. I am a fan of Miss Angela Hope, and I am excited to be here.
Well,
Yay.
I'm a fan of you, Angela Mitchell, my namesake, and we just connected at the very beginning of our being introduced to each other a year or so ago.
Yes.
Listen, I don't want to keep. Good morning,
Good
Angela
morning,
Mitchell from
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Yes, Stephanie, another awesome, awesome, powerful woman. Lexi,
Morning,
thank
Miss
you. Good morning
Lexi.
for joining us this morning. Listen, we are so surrounded. We're surrounded by so many amazing women.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I could go into something else about just being covered and connected to some phenomenal women who are doing amazing things. And it is a blessing. They always say, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. And
Right.
the people that we're connected with are just a reflection of who we are. So, Angela, for you to hear this bio that our co-host Paula just read, you're like, who is that lady? I know.
Ah, a phenomenal woman.
Well, listen, get on in here, talk to the audience one more time. Thank you for joining us here at A Hope and Company Virtual Marketplace. Come on in, take a sip, take a seat, take a sip.
Forgot my coffee.
Pull up your coffee, get your coffee, your tea, pull up a seat. We've got a phenomenal guest here, Angela Mitchell. Take it away and share with us about everything that God has given you and downloaded in your life.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for that beautiful introduction. Thank you. Let's see. God has been so very good to me. After suffering, from the anxiety and depression myself, I was able, man, God just took me through a process. He took me through a process. I was down, I was out. I had started a couple businesses that did not work out for me. I started not a bakery, but I was a baker, baking business. I did a senior care business. And the thing is, when you are suffering from depression or suffering from anxiety or any mental health challenges, you cannot function right well enough to be able to run a business properly or to be able to manage your family life or your personal life or whatever it is you're trying to manage. When your mind is clouded with anxiety, you're afraid of what is coming. You don't know what to expect, and so you get anxious, you get afraid, right? Anxiety thoughts starts with a thought, a fearful thought, and it just grows and grows until you cripple yourself. And that's exactly what happened to me. So my entrepreneurial, I can never say that word right. My entrepreneurial journey started like maybe about 5-6 years ago. And I tried and I couldn't because I was just too depressed. I was just too down. And then as we're going into this season, and I've had so much of a transformation. My birthday was September 1st, and just transformation. God has put so much into my life. He's put so many people into my life that have enabled me to move on to that next step, that have enabled me to see, who exactly I am outside of this big bio that I had going on, and to really just appreciate the life that I've been given, and I didn't appreciate it before. And sometimes sometimes that depresses you. You get depressed about what you could have done or what you should have done. And you're looking back and sometimes filled with regret. And so I love to work with women. I don't mind the men, but I'm a woman and I can relate to other women. I can relate to people who have struggled the way I have. And so that's what Back to Her is all about. It's getting past those struggles. It's identifying them, figuring them out, and rewriting them. rewriting them and just changing the narrative of your story. You are wonderfully made. You are, as my mentor says, you are selected, significant, and you are supplied. And once, you figure that out, man, there's nowhere you can't go and there's nothing you can't do. And so I think that a lot of times with anxiety, positive affirmations, you know, speaking life, speaking positivity into your life, it can change your life, because it definitely did that for me. And it does that for some of the women I work with. You get up sometimes, you're like, oh my goodness, where am I going? What am I doing? How is this day going to go? Instead, you can get up and say, you know what? I'm going to have a fabulous day. I'm going, I am just the bomb and I can do this, and that's really what it's all about. So you can move forward in your life. As entrepreneurs, how tough it can be. And that you try to walk in your calling, but sometimes you can't, and so that's where the positive affirmations come in to help you let go of anxiety. And I do have one. I have a beautiful affirmation that I like to share as it relates to anxiety. I think it's so funny because I can't hear Angela in the background. I can see her. So this affirmation that I have today is called Affirmations Cure My Anxiety. And we're going to start with, whenever I'm facing a challenge, I overcome the uncertainty of the outcome by encouraging myself. Reciting affirmations is a reliable way to cure my anxieties. To get rid of self-sabotaging thoughts, I speak positive words to myself and over myself. I am my most reliable reminder of all that is good about me. And when I think back to my successes, I find many positive experiences to be proud of, and those are reassuring to me. And each morning I repeat 3 affirmations while I look at myself in the mirror. And as I recite these words, I start to believe in myself. And I see a person who has the capability to achieve greatness. My face lights up with excitement because my words inspire me to persevere without worrying. And that's what it's all about. Stop worrying, stop doubting yourself, because self-doubt leads you to anxious thoughts, and fear leads you to anxious thoughts. Not, feeling that you're not accepted, you're not good enough. All of that leads to anxious thoughts. And as we head into this fall season, it's a completely different season. We don't have as much light as, we did as the summer months. And so that leads a little bit to depression, because it's like it's dark from 5, 6 in the evening all the way to the next morning. And sometimes that puts you in a depressive mood. Because you're looking around and you're sitting here like, well, I might as well go to bed because it's dark now, or or something like that. So that's what happens when you transition. But you have to think of fall as the season of harvest, a season to harvest the seeds, the crops, the abundance that you sowed in the previous season. So you can look at fall as the segue to winter, but it's also a segue, like I said, to reap that abundance from the harvest and the seeds that you planted. And that's just it. That's what I believe.
Oh my God, Angela, I just feel like this is just so soothing I know, Paula, you're just over there doing.
That was so good.
My gosh. Oh my God. And you still have some time. So we'll talk a little bit about it. And I'm so glad. Just like the guests that we had 2 weeks ago in our opening, the guests we had last week, and then I have you here with us today. I say, okay, Lord, who next week? And he gave me you. And honestly, I don't, and I'm serious. It was like last week with Alicia Davis, who talked about relationship with your money. And then we had Nicole Steele with Still Beautiful, who talked about, who's a makeup, a celebrity makeup artist. And so I'm just watching how God is weaving all of this together. And you came to my mind about speaking to us this morning about the transitioning of the seasons. And you just brought it out so beautifully. And thank you so much for sharing your story, because this is a time that we start move. I love affirmations. Yes, Stephanie, me
And they
too.
work.
They
work.
do work. And I was going to say that to you, that sometimes when you guys know I'm the old lady here on this platform. And sometimes I wake up and I don't feel so good. My back, the way I slept or something. And I started falling into that. And that can start to become the set the tone for your day. And I look in the mirror and I say, you are beautiful. You are a woman of God. Or, I just
Yes,
begin to
ma'am.
say things. And that immediately
Makes you
changes
right. That's right. That's right.
how that back pain or how I was feeling. It changes. It changes. Words are powerful. And then I begin to
Yes.
walk in that and I get myself together and then I can move forward.
And there you are.
And so affirmations, the word of God says, speak those things that are not as though they were. Yeah. And everything, we have all of these amazing books and all of these affirmations, but they all lead back to the word of God.
Absolutely.
Everything we
Absolutely.
need is in the word of God. It's just been, recycled in a book and kind of positioned differently, but it's the same thing. God already told us. He already affirmed us in his word.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Paula, do you want to say anything before I ask Angela a few questions? I know you have.
Oh, well, I was just interested in the different things you've done with the women, and
Mhm.
what that looks like. Like if somebody wanted to reach out to you, like what would they be doing?
Well,
That's
first
good.
we start. It's like a group setting, of course. Virtually,
Yeah.
virtually. And at first when I started this thing, I had no idea what direction I was going in
Hmm.
because I just didn't know. And God just put it on my heart, like we can get these women together. First of all, I have a Facebook group called Back to Her, and that's like kind of where it all started. And so we bring these people together, and we go through limiting beliefs, because that's like one of the main things. When you're limited in your believing and your thinking about yourself and your abilities, you can't move forward in your life. You can't walk in your God-given purpose, because everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a purpose, and it's hard to get to your purpose if you don't have that support network, if you don't have the proper mindset. And so that's basically what it is. I go through with you, and whether it's a group setting or whether you want to do, because sometimes people don't like to be in a group. I didn't like to be in a group at all myself. So sometimes I can sit down with you one-on-one, and we can talk about what are you struggling with? What is keeping you, what is holding you? Because something has a stronghold on you, and it's usually in your mind. And so it's all about changing your mindset. Like I said, whether I work with you one-on-one or whether I work in a group, we're starting with, what is the limiting belief? I'll say like your number one, I don't have time. That's the number one belief that is so false. You do have time. People make time for what they want to make time for, that type of thing. So we go over limiting beliefs. We go step by step. We're identifying what the problem is, and then we acknowledge it. And once you acknowledge, you can rewrite the whole narrative of it to a story of empowerment. Your story is empowering, a more positive and empowering story. And then once you do that, it all goes into the change. How are you going to live what you have now created? Right? How are you going to live that new story? How are you going to affirm yourself to be successful, whether it's in business, whether it's personal, you still have to have a positive mindset to do that. So that's really what I do. It's just opening up your mind, because that's where it all starts. If your mind is not right, I always say, be kind to your mind. And if it's not right and you're not kind to yourself, because, we tend to be more kind to other people than we are to ourselves. And so your brain absorbs that, and that's really what it's all about. And that's what I do. I love working with women, because we have so much on our shoulders, right? We carry it all for our families, for the world sometimes, and it can bring us down. And that's just about what it is.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us today. I love the opportunity for women to get together and support one another. We need that.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
I see our next guest in the background, and she's like, that part. She said it's so needed. And I love be kind to your mind. I
Yes.
Yes,
could just
yes.
come through there, just hug you and love you because we so need this. And I hope this is a blessing. I hope this is helpful to someone as we, and good question, co-host. Good question
Yeah.
as we transition from the summer into this beautiful time, this fall season, and how, as you said, Angela, about the time changing and just different things starting to shift for us. The weather gets cooler and we're
Yes.
changing out our wardrobe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hair's getting nails, colors. When you think about it, I'm starting to change the color on my nails. My
New
hair
hair
is
color.
getting
Look at
dry.
that.
Everything is changing. We're moving into the holiday seasons. Oh boy, that pressure. People who just recently got their children settled in college,
Right.
and they're there now. Now, what part of the country are they in, and what are their needs? Are they in Florida? Are they millions of
Oh,
miles
yeah.
away in California? Are they now in a cold state? And I've got to make sure that my children are going to be staying warm and safe. A lot of changes, and
My
you
son
just
is down there with you guys. He went to
oh
school down there. He's down in Greensboro. So I
okay.
have all those questions. What's
Oh,
she doing? What, you know?
and yeah, and that's why we're here today. And I'd say this to all of my guests, and I almost want to do a recycling and a re-rinse, but I would love to have you back even in October because I think
Absolutely.
I would really just love to have you back to talk about the transitioning and the affirmations and sharing with us about, being kind to our mind. Angela, where can our audience connect with you? And I think your information should be up here in just a moment, but where can we connect with you?
You can go to my website. It's back to her, the number two.org. You can email me at Angela M. Mitchell at back to her, again, the number two.org. And you can also find me in my Facebook group, ladies.
Okay.
Ladies, come on and join that Facebook group. Is back to her. Facebook, yeah, it's on Facebook. You can search the group. And I would love to hear from you guys. I would love, to join. I would love for people to join me. And you can also just inbox me at Angela Mitchell. If you are struggling with something, if you are having, you may need somebody to talk to, reach out. You know what I mean? I'm an ear, and it's not always about business. It's about serving people, and I'm here to serve. So
Wow,
reach
that's
out, come see
awesome.
me.
Back to with the number
The
two,
number
back
two,
to her
yes.
.org. That is awesome. Don't you love that, Paula? We're gonna
Oh
have to like
yes.
do
Amazing.
something, right?
Yes, yes, yes. It was
Yeah.
We're gonna
amazing.
get back to her, back to the woman that God created you to be.
Woo,
So
you
let's
Amen.
better
do
come through. And let
it.
me just
Let's
tell
do
you, I didn't mention that hair, honey, is on
It's
fire.
fire, honey.
it.
You
Beautiful.
know,
I
and
just stepped into fall with some new stuff, honey.
yeah,
Yes.
and I love the purple that you had in the summertime. That
Yes,
purple
thank
was
you.
absolutely beautiful. Well, Angela Mitchell, thank you so much for joining us today and gracing us with your beautiful spirit and your beautiful presence and your beautiful message that you shared with us. And I will be connecting with you behind the scenes
Yes,
because I would
ma'am.
love to have you back with us in the fall season and speak with us again. And you're welcome to stay in the background, in the green room. Help yourself to a Coke and some sandwiches. It's all make believe.
Oh boy. All right, ladies. Thank you so much
All
for
right.
having
Take
me.
care.
Thanks for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Take care. Wow.
That was
Just so
good.
beautiful. And you
Uh,
know what, Paula? She came to my mind.
nice.
Yeah, she came to my
Hmm.
mind. And I said, okay, God, I told you I'm giving this to God. And whoever he puts on my spirit and in my heart, I'm just like, okay.
Absolutely.
And I make the phone call. And you know what? He's been faithful. He hasn't missed a beat yet.
He never does. He
Oh
never
my
does.
gosh. Well, listen, if you are joining us this morning, I hope that you had an opportunity to hear the lovely Angela Mitchell. Back to her, www.back2 the number 2 to her.org. Please connect with her. But we want to thank you for joining us here at A Hope and Company Virtual Marketplace, where we shop small businesses and entrepreneurs. Welcome if you're just coming in. Be sure to like and share, and we would
And
love your comment.
hashtag live if you're watching us live.
Thank
And if
you.
you're gonna catch the replay, do a hashtag replay so we know who's doing what.
That's good. Thanks. Listen, this is why I have co-host Paula Dive. This is exactly why I have her. That's why she here. She get paid really well. She
Keep you
get
on your
paid really
toes.
well. Not from this platform, but she gets paid really well.
You a mess.
Thank you so much for that, Paula. And with
Mhm.
that said, before we bring on our next guest, we just want to say, listen, if you would like to partner with us here at A Hope and Company Virtual Marketplace, we would love to have you as our special guest so that you can share your businesses, your services, speak to your audience. This is a safe platform for you to do so. Also, it's a great place for credibility, a great place to get more eyes on your products and services in this virtual marketplace. We would absolutely love to have you here. Please reach out to us at ahopeandco@gmail.com and say that you're interested in being part of the show. We would send you the information and we would get you all scheduled and have you here to join us in the virtual marketplace. So thank you so much for allowing me to say that. Stephanie, I miss, Angela Mitchell. I mentioned, good morning, Shane
Good
D. Thank
morning.
you, Shane or Sean D. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to A Hope and Company Virtual Marketplace. So glad to have you. So good to see new faces. It's always a blessing. We are so delighted to have you here with us. Be sure to like and share. And so now we have another guest rather. And we're excited to have her connect with us today. We had a celebrity makeup artist, our very first show 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And she talked to us about colors and boldness and her story. And this is all about entrepreneurs. This is all about small businesses. And, she talked about, whatever your regiment, your daily regiment is. But we are happy today because we have our amazing guest here who is going to talk about her services, her business, and all of those wonderful skincare needs and her entrepreneurial journey. Are you there, Miss Morgan Robinson?
Good morning.
Good
Morning,
morning,
Morgan.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And your skin is absolutely glowing.
Oh,
Thank you
thank
so much.
you.
Thank you so
Yes.
much for joining us today. I am so glad you are here and you're here as our special guest. And we're excited because you probably were in the green room having a Coke and a sandwich and some treats and stuff. Our make believe green room. One day it's going to be a real green room. And I'm sure you heard us talking about all of the changes. We would
Yes.
just love to hear your story, your entrepreneurial journey, why you shared, why you selected the business that you're in, and much more. And talk to us about our skin and what all we need to do.
Okay, awesome. So very briefly, so my name is Morgan Robertson, and I am a beauty fanatic. Okay, I have been a beauty fanatic since I was 3 years old. 3 to 5 years old. I decided that I wanted to be a beautician. I told my mother and my auntie, who did hair for years, that I wanted to be a beautician. But my biggest attraction was always making people feel beautiful. Okay. So I had two aunties, one of them who recently passed away from lung cancer. and the other one who wasn't a makeup person, but she let me put it on, let me practice with them, polish their nails, put on blue brush. And so getting to in my first introduction to the company that I'm in now, and I'll explain my red jacket. If you see my pen, says Mary Kay, right? So how I got introduced to Mary Kay initially was one of my childhood best friends. Her mother was in Mary Kay. And she started just getting ready. She was doing a show or a party for a friend, and they were going to do a wedding, and it was like an opportunity to play in makeup because we're not allowed to do that. Especially when we're younger, playing makeup. I didn't get my ears pierced until I was 9. All different things. So, like the little bling here, bling there, and all that other stuff. If I got to wear a pair of pearls, like at one of my aunt's weddings, that was my jewelry, for the day. I was that prissy little girl. I had the purses or like the little tiny heels and stuff like that, but I was wearing those to church for a special event. Okay, that wasn't every day. What I couldn't do grown, every once in a while I could have like a little tiny tap of lipstick if my grandma let me do it. So it is a lot of different things that went on. So my first introduction to Mary Kay was actually when I was 19 years old, and I was in college, part-time, single mom. I was in college full-time, actually, working, single mom, and this was an opportunity. But God talks about, he puts things in threes. So by the time we were in the pandemic last year, I was introduced to a wonderful woman named Felicia through a platform kind of similar to this, but it wasn't a live stream. And, she just, talked to me, and her spirit talks to me too. And it was just like, okay, it's calling me back. Always come back. If you talk to people that have been in Mary Kay, even if they didn't like leave, they still did their orders, they did all that. So, that was kind of my journey into that. And this year I became a red jacket. This is one of our new jackets, right? So what a red jacket means is that I have 3 to 4 team members, active team members on my team with me that are also working to build a business concurrently with what I'm doing. It also means that I was able to maintain a certain amount of income going through, being able to present that information and have a good customer basis as well. And ironically, right now I am in between 2 spaces. I'm here on this event, but I'm also participating in a training that we have that I'm pushing for a director and qualification to submit for that. So basically, what that means is that I'm looking for more people to be able to add to my team that are active, whether you're a savvy shopper or a boss babe, but I'll get to that part later. So today we're talking about like brushing up on beauty, right? So with that said, what's in front of me is my brush set. Now, it's not my complete brush set, but this includes our essential set as well as some of our add-ons that we have, right? Thank you, Lexi. So we had some few things just this year that are absolutely amazing with the brush set. And it also comes in something new that we introduced this past summer, which is a brush holder. And we introduced a new brush along with it. So 2 of your brush besties, your beauty besties, are going to be your brush cleaner and your setting spray. Okay. Your brush cleaner is going to be your absolute best friend when it comes to cleaning your brushes, especially if you don't have time to do a deep clean like I did yesterday. So yesterday, at least once a week or once every 2 weeks, depending on how often you put on your makeup, you're going to need to actually, fully deeply cleanse your brushes, your bristles, condition them the same way you do with your hair, even if they're not made out of human hair. Okay. You want to take care of those and condition them. So the beautiful thing about this brush cleaner that we have is that it also conditions and cleans your brushes at the same time. So whether you're in between colors or you're in between, faces, that is something that you essentially need. Our other bestie is going to seal all of that beautiful makeup that you just put on your face, with the application and how to use brushes. And what I absolutely love about this company and about my job is that we're able to teach you how to use each and every one of these to how to use each one, what they're for, and what they go for. So very briefly, I'm going to pull up my screen. I just want to give you some facts. So 87% of women believe that buying separate makeup brushes rather than using applicators included in the kit makes the application better. And then with a good makeup brush, everyone can be an artist. Okay. So, the thing is that, people buy brushes, and if you notice, if you haven't seen, I actually have 2 to 3 of each brush that we actually have. Now, mind you, I'm also a licensed cosmetologist and an esthetician. So therefore, there's a reason for that, because there's different things that it will be able to do with that. So the other factor is that, using the brush also, it makes your application better. It makes it smoother. You can use anywhere from, you can use 2 brushes, you can use 1 brush, but the right brush will give you the right result. Okay. So the brush collection is our best tested ever. And it also has been clinically tested. It has been test proven by some world-renowned makeup artists as well. So in our essential set, we have an all-over brush. Let me see if I can pull that up here. So we have an all-over brush. And then we also have a crease, a smudger, a cheek brush, and then we have this all over brush here. And they all come in this wonderful case right here. You can put them inside, and they each have individual pockets for them. So as you can see, remember I said I have 2 of everything. So I use one for contouring and all different types of those. So each one has a purpose. So our global ambassador, Louis Casio, says, why invest in brushes? Every woman needs a brush set. Brushes are tools, and if you let them do their jobs, the whole makeup application will be easier. So your brushes give you control over what you have. How many people have felt out of control in different ways? Not just with brushes, not just with makeup, with life. So those brushes make a huge difference. And we even take that technology and go a little bit further, even so much as to when we actually revamped our lip gloss collection. So you like this lip gloss I have on? Right? So our lip gloss that we have on, I am using part of our Mary Kay Unlimited gloss, okay? But if you notice, it has this pink heart on it, right? So this is our Confident Pink. Mary Kay Foundation actually donates $1 of every sale that is purchased. And especially this month that coming up in October for breast cancer awareness and domestic violence awareness. I am a domestic violence survivor, and I'm the child of a cancer survivor. So absolutely, those 2 things are very important to me. And we have 2 different colors. This color I'm wearing today, what is very unique about it is our brush. So if you can see, you see how it has a different shape. So it actually coats your lip and hugs your lip. And it has the moisturizing factors that are in one of our other items, which is called our Satin Lips set. It comes with a Shea Moisture Scrub, Sugar Scrub, as well as a balm. But these are our 2 colors. And they, if anyone wants one today, they can purchase these 2 or any lip glosses that they see, and they'll get a case from me for $5. So this is our Hopeful Lilac. Okay. How many women need hope today, right? Regardless of the situation, but especially if they're in a domestic violence situation, or even if they're battling cancer. And I have some family that are battling cancer right now. And so it makes a difference. The hopeful lilac in my aunt's last days, she wore it every day. When I told her that I was going for my directorship and that I would be eligible to earn a Cadillac in her last days, my Aunt Azzy that let me put on her blush or put on lipstick every day that I was there. If she didn't put it on herself, she allowed it to do that. So it's super important that, you know, we take care of our skin. And we have so many different things that are available for hygienic reasons. It is recommended that you dedicate a separate brush for each use of your products. Okay. Now, what I also want to show you is something that, and here's a little trick that I use. We used to use alcohol, but when you go into your makeup, so what we have, the federal government came to Mary Kay last year and asked them to create a hand sanitizer. They came out with a hand sanitizer and a hand soap. Okay. But the hand sanitizer, you can actually spray on your makeup. So on your lipsticks, on your lip brush, on your eyeshadows, on your contour, you know, your contours, your cheeks, all of those things. You can actually spray on that, and it also sanitizes that. So you're cleansing your brushes and you also sanitize that afterwards. So you can not only use it for your hands, and unlike all sanitizers, this is actually moisturizing as well because it has our Shea Moisture, which is patented with that as well. But we were able to actually, when they produced it, because we explained to them as a company that we are an essential business because people have skin and they need to clean. So they said, "Can you make a hand sanitizer?" And they said, "Yes, we can." And yes, we can provide it for your essential workers as well. So I noticed that we
Oh my
had,
gosh.
yeah, I noticed we had a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Um,
So I want to ask you a few questions. I know your presentation is absolutely amazing. I'm so excited. We have a few minutes left, and I want to
okay,
be able to ask some questions. I want to be able to know where the audience can reach out to you. And I
okay.
want to ask you a few questions. First of all, congratulations to you on all your wins.
Thank
You
you.
are absolutely amazing. Like, I need to have you come back and like you just give us a whole Mary Kay, because I have been
I
doing Mary.
absolutely can. I
Yeah,
have one
I've been
today.
on Mary Kay for years, and
Mhm.
I'm learning some new things. First of all, how much is tell the audience, I know you have a few things in your hands. We're going to
Mhm.
quickly, so how much is that brush set? That's what I want to know.
So the essential brush set, what I showed you with the case, is 55.
Okay.
Okay.
And okay. Mm-hmm.
And the each individual brush, they have those, but I have a deal and I will post it in the on your
Please do.
Facebook page.
Please do.
If you actually purchase the second set, you'll actually get something off. Sorry, I was looking for my phone.
That's
Because
okay.
again, I told you where I
That's
was in a training where I'm also preparing
yeah.
to submit for that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if they actually do that, so if they decide that they want to buy 3 of the items, which includes our blending brush, our powder brush, and our liquid foundation brush, and our sponge, they can get that additional set for 56. But
Okay.
they're off of those. If they so that's the first question.
Morgan, I was asking for myself, but I'm glad
Okay.
the audience got
But anyone that orders today, also anything, if anyone that orders any set from me today will also get this beautiful this beautiful face cloth for
Mhm.
free from me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Um
All right. Listen, I know I would really, really love to hear all about, please put your information in the chat.
Yes, I will.
because I really want to connect with you and grab some things. I want to talk to you more. I hear about the CC cream but your
Yes,
brushes.
is
So
I
like
had our CC cream.
yeah.
And then we also have a men's line. That's
Okay.
what I had in my hands. So I noticed we had a few gentlemen on here. I have a
Yep.
men's line. So, and that includes a beard oil and eye cream. So I do have a special for them as well. But
Okay.
yes, so
Morgan. Oh
we
my
cover the
God.
whole family.
Yes, please keep that up there a little bit for Morgan.
Okay.
Listen,
Just
guys.
fix
Yes.
the it's only one A and N at the end. But I will also post it in our group.
Okay. All right. Well, Morgan, thank you so much. I'm really, I wouldn't even be rushing this. We just have a few more minutes. We try to keep it in so that we can
Yes,
put
thank
it
you for
on
I appreciate
YouTube.
it.
Yeah, but no, listen, I want to, is that better? Is that
Yes.
correct?
Mhm,
That
that's
is
correct.
correct. Wonderful. So, ladies and gentlemen who are watching, please, Morgan, please capture her information, and Morgan, put your information in our chat. I will be connecting with you. I've been a Mary Kay user, like you said. I've done it all, Clinique and just
Mhm.
all the, but I've always made my way back around to Mary Kay for some reason.
Mhm.
And I heard
58
someone,
years.
yeah, and
Is
someone said,
this month, 58 years
wow,
has been
wow.
the anniversary of Mary Kay. So
Wow, wow. And I heard someone say, what? Mary Kay's still around? And it's like, yeah, Mary Kay is like the trailblazer.
so
But
many
anyway,
companies have modeled themselves after Mary Kay,
sure,
including some of the new
sure.
ones, including
Yeah,
Fenty and MAC and all of those.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm
Yes, ma'am.
sure. Oh, yeah. Morgan, thank you. Thank you so much. Let me just tell you, your presentation was absolutely the bomb. It was really, really on point. I was like, real, like your brush present. Paula, have you ever heard like a brush presentation?
Yeah, it's important because everybody purchases brushes and then they don't know what to do with them,
Yeah.
or they, forget. And it's just like, okay, you have all this on your brush. And here's a quick fact before I go. If you don't clean your brushes, you increase your aging process. So
Wow.
clean your brushes.
Wow. Clean your brushes. I love that. Morgan, thank you so, so very much. It was a
Thank
pleasure to
you.
have you. I learned a lot. Your passion. Condolence to you with your family members. I love how you share.
Thank
You
you.
just all encompassed everything. You shared
Thank
about your
you.
family. You shared about your business. You gave history. I see myself in you. Like I gotta tell it all so you'll understand everything. I
Mhm.
loved everything about your presentation. I know our audience would go. Audience, I'm encouraging you to support the sister that she meets her goals. And this is what it's about. We're talking about more, network marketing and building teams. I have a couple of people in the audience who know about building teams and things like that. You covered everything. Love you. God bless you. Thank you for
Thank
partnering with
you.
us.
Love
We have
you.
you back, and I will definitely be. You'll be hearing from me like very, very soon about some things that I want to do.
Yes, absolutely. Thank
Yep,
you.
and congratulations on all your promotions.
Thank you. Working on the
Beautiful,
next one.
beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. Wow, I have never
Yeah.
seen a promotion like that before.
Yeah, she knew her stuff, and
She knew.
she yeah, she you could tell she had like a wealth of information there. She could do the whole show probably.
Yeah. Yeah, she was awesome. Like I was really enjoying it, but keeping mindful of the time. And
Yeah.
but oh my gosh, the brushes and things like that. Because Auntie, getting old, and so I need to do all of the things that I need to do to keep things going.
Oh, you still
And
look young.
thank you. Yeah, yeah. And thank you, sweetie. But that was great. Do you use brushes?
I do. I don't wear a whole lot of makeup, just
Yeah,
kind of a foundation brush. I
yeah,
don't do a whole lot of contouring. I mean, I do have a brush set, but
yeah.
I just use like the one foundation
Yeah,
brush.
yeah, me too,
I
me
do have
too.
brush cleaner and clean the brush though. Maybe not as
Yeah,
often that she mentioned, but
suggested. So that's
yeah.
something good. Well, listen, we have just about 4 minutes. Thank you so much, everyone who stuck around with us. I hope you got some good pointers and tips on makeup and skin regimen and learning about brushes. I encourage you to connect with Angela Mitchell and Morgan. These ladies are doing, Robinson, thank you. These ladies are doing some phenomenal things. And Paula, was so good to see you. So good to have you today. We always want to thank Nadia for all the wonderful things that she's doing in the background to make A Hope and Company virtual marketplace possible. We appreciate you so much. And again, connect with us one more time. Connect with us if you would like to showcase your services and products. We would love to have you. And for our watching audience and those who will watch the replay, thank you so much for joining us. Paula, any last minute final words that you won't be with us next week, will you?
No, I'll be out of town next weekend. I know, but
Yeah,
have a
no.
great show.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nadia, for posting that. A Hope and Co. A Hope and Co. at gmail.com. Reach out to us if you would like to showcase your businesses and services. We have some phenomenal guests next week as we enter into the month of October with domestic violence awareness and also breast cancer awareness. So we've got some phenomenal guests next week who will be speaking with us. Listen, everybody, have a great Saturday,
Happy
great
Saturday.
weekend. Happy Saturday, happy fall. Love you all. God bless. Enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tamara. Love you. I appreciate your love and support. Got to get Tamara on here. She is another credit guru who is like,
Nice.
that's a whole nother level of finances. You got to be ready when I bring Tamara on here.
Well,
Anyway,
let's get it.
yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get this money right. God bless you all. Thank you again, co-host Paula Divers. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless you. We love you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.